Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the channel. I am Stylosa and this is a brand new series. If you guys have watched ApexAnalyzed, you know what we're about to do. This, guys, is ApexAnalyzed. This is a coaching series for Apex Legends. If you would like to appear on this show, then follow the instructions that are on the screen. You need to email in. Follow those instructions as well, guys. It has to be YouTube links. And remember, correctly title the title, because if you don't, then I will not look at the video. All right, and make sure it's good video quality as well. Okay. What we're going to do is take a look at a player. Now, let's get this bad boy rolling. The email that came in with this says, "Hey, Sty, I'm looking to improve my game sense in Apex Legends. I have played FPS games all my life, like Call of Duty and Overwatch. And I was actually Grandmaster in Overwatch, so this is a good player. I feel like I have not grasped how to play Battle Royale correctly. Please help me improve." All right, then. So, this is going to be Bangalore, it looks like. Currently level 8. And we'll see what happens in this game. Now, typically, players that have played other FPS games don't have BR sense. Now, we'll go over that in this video, and how you should be chasing after kills, how you should listen to what's going on around you, locate the enemy, how you should be joining in on fights when, like, two squads are fighting each other. You really want to join in on that fight because you're going to absolutely batter them, right? They won't know where you're coming from. You catch them off guard. It's great. But you have to be clinical. You have to be fast. You have to be decisive. You can't mess around in fights. But we're going to go over everything, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get ready for this. All right. And also, I do have my awesome pen where I can draw all over the screen if I like. Okay, let's have a look where we're dropping. So, drop technique it's still a little bit debatable right now, but there is the dolphin, which we tend to do if you want to go long distance, or you just directly go straight down if you're looking for a close sort of drop. But we'll see where this goes. Generally, you just want to stay with your team. So, provided you are all together, I'm happy with that, right? That's good. When we start getting into more specific drop meta stuff, that's just like whatever. I mean, these are random groups at the moment. We don't have a competitive mode in the game. We don't have like a league mode, which I hope we get, like especially a team league mode. That would be so cool. Where you just get ranked based on your team, not individual player. That's cool. All right, anyway, let's take a look. So we're running around with looting. Well, the first thing we're doing here, which is really stupid, right? Let's just play this so we can see the guy again. See this in front of us, right? We want to avoid this at all costs. We really do not want anybody in the same building as us as we're looting to begin with. This is why you've got to split off. If you look at the minimap, there's a couple of buildings here in this little complex. We should not be all in the same building. We should definitely not be in a building with another guy because that's, well, horrifically bad. So we shouldn't be doing that. So that's unlucky. Because it means that we're going to share the loot here. It's not great. We do get a backpack. We get grenades. But we still don't have a weapon. Or it looks like we get the Peacekeeper. Now, the Peacekeeper at the moment is a little bit OP. It's super strong. And the way you want to use this is, generally, you don't really want to use ADS, so you don't want to aim down the sights. You just want to fire from the hip with this bad boy. It's got a very small spread, and it does a ton of damage. Shotguns will probably get toned down. The EV8 as well, amazing shotgun. Mozambique, never pick that up. It's terrible. You're better off just punching people. All right. Okay, so we're looting. We've got an alternator. We've got a Peacekeeper. We're getting more ammo, another alternator, more grenades. We still don't have any healing items. All right, select fire receiver. Now, what you should do with this thing is you should ping it, because maybe somebody's got the Prowler on your team already. Maybe that Pathfinder picked up a Prowler. I don't know. He was picking up heavy ammo. Carrying these around yourself, it's debatable. If you've got the inventory space, then sure. But if you don't, then no. But you've got to get in the habit of pinging. Stuff to ping all of the hop-ups when you see them. Ping blue armor. Ping weapons, which are obviously really good, like the longbow, the devotion. Obviously, the devotion's hop up. You want to ping level 2 backpacks, and even ping level 1 backpacks as well to begin with. All right. You see, there's an EV8 on the floor, but we got a Peacekeeper, so we're cool. All right. We're also on the edge of the zone. Now, what is critical here, and this goes back to BR sense, is you've got to stay with your team. And so this is fine, right? Your whole team are running together, and we've just noticed something, haven't we? Yeah. So it looks like we had the enemy located ping has gone off, but we've just seen a massive orange dome come out of this building. That means there's a bloodhound in here. This means we're about to have a fight. So let's see what happens here. We're just all going to rush in. Okay, so we're getting shot at. See, so first mistake we're making here is ADS. You don't need to ADS at this range. Just fire at them from the hip. You're landing shots, though. That's nice. See, ADS just as effective. Okay, cool. Nice. One thing I will say is typically in a fight, you don't want to finish the people off who are downed because you want to keep your ammunition for killing the whole squad. Listen to the sound effect prompt that goes off when the squad's dead. Also, your hero or your character will say, like, that's the whole squad defeated, right? If she doesn't say that and you don't hear the sound effect, then it means that there's still somebody alive. So don't waste your time finishing off downed enemies. There's only one left here, though. We know that for a fact. All right, and he's just killed your Pathfinder. We go in with the alternator, and it's fine. Okay, so your aim is good, right? And I expected this. If you're a Grandmaster player, that's totally fine. So what we're going to talk about now is looting. So let's see what you do. Firstly, there's a yellow, isn't there, on this box? So that means that there's a... Oh, it was your ally. Okay, no, cool, it was your ally. I apologize. So your allies box, generally, you don't want to... Okay, so this is the way it works with looting your allies. Now, right next to us is a recovery beacon. So what we should be able to do, right, is get the... well, we've just picked it up. Get the player card and take it to the beacon. In this example, because we're so close to it, and there's like literally nothing which is going to stop us doing that, we don't want to loot his corpse because he needs his gear back. Because when you spawn in, you have no gear. So what you should do is exactly what you did there, which is fine. Don't loot his corpse, right? Totally don't loot his corpse. My point I was going to make is that if we've got legendary items on a corpse, then generally we want to prioritize looting them as fast as possible. But looting... you're not right. You've got to dance. You have to move from side to side when you're looting. Keep moving from side to side, like do the dance and loot faster as well. This is just also there's a standard stock on that corpse which you could use, which we totally didn't take, which is unfortunate. Ultimate accelerants. Now, I don't mind you using them on Bangalore. In fact, in this team comp, Bangalore is the one who should be getting the ultimate accelerants. Right? It takes a long time to charge your ultimate. We should grab the ammo. Yeah, just get into the habit of moving. That's your ally's corpse, actually. So we really shouldn't be looting this, right? Like it even says it's hurt zombie's corpse, right? We shouldn't be looting this. We should be getting this guy back. In fact, we should have got him back straight away. And another pro tip is it doesn't matter who gets the player card. Everybody can respawn that person, right? So if you see on the UI, it says recover at beacon. Deliver at beacon, yeah? Or deliver to beacon. If you see that on your UI, anybody can run to this and get it. We should have got this guy back already. It's so close. We're wasting a lot of time here because you need a full squad. Stronger than, like, well, 2 people, isn't it? Even if they're terrible, even if they're absolute plebs at the game, they're still going to draw fire. And we're still messing around looting this guy's corpse, which is unfortunate. We've got to move. Like, move their standard stock. Have you noticed it now? Okay, cool. All right. In terms of your inventory as well, we're carrying a lot of light ammunition that we don't need because we just swapped out our weapons. Now, the thing with weapons is in this game is generally you have a go-to weapon loadout. Like I like the Wingman and I like the Peacekeeper. I also like the R301 and I like the EVA or the Peacekeeper. But I'm always keeping a shotgun with me for close encounters. Now, I play Bangalore. Okay, we've got shots being fired. Okay, so our guy is actually engaged enemy. Now, just to reiterate this point again, this here, we should have got our guy back. We would have been up to 3 players now to engage this with, but now we're not. We've only got 2 player, and our other guy is just engaged. So this just means we've got to commit to this and go for it. And we'll see what happens. We'll also talk about smoke usage as well, given your Bangalore. All right. Okay, that's fine. But where's the rest of them? You've always got to think in your head, where is the rest of this squad? I can't quite see where anybody is. Because the video quality is not ideal, but it's good enough to see what's going on. Well, to get a good idea anyway. Okay, we're getting shot. So first thing that happens with Bangalore when we get shot is we get the movement speed boost, which is our passive, which means we should be sprinting and sliding to get the hell out of it. However, the other thing we should be doing with Bangalore is we have to pop our smoke. When we're caught off guard and we don't have a chance to spin and shoot, we can see the fires coming from there. We could start shooting at this person, but there's 2 problems with this, right? We know one of their players has been taken out, but there's still 2 of them left. We don't know where they are. Maybe the other player could be here. Maybe it could be here. Maybe it could be behind us. We don't know, right? So what we're looking to do here is sprint, slide, smoke. That's it. We're looking to sprint, slide, smoke, get control of the situation again. It's all BR's about. It's just getting control of the situation. So we're going to sprint, we slide, we smoke. Yes! We shouldn't have turned around and gone back. We can smoke again. Remember, you've got double smoke. We should just smoke again. Because if anything, it creates a lot of confusion. Now, here's the other problem. Our teammate is kind of safe because we can see them in front, so we're all right at the moment. We need to keep our eyes open because what happens here is if they push our teammate, we have to stop healing and engage. When you are on the back foot in Apex Legends, you lose games, right? So whoever's being aggressive, whoever the aggressor is, you're pushing forward with intent. You're probably going to take that fight. You're going to win. You've got the initiative, right? If you're backing off, You're not going. You're in a defensive posture, and that's not what you want to be in at all. Okay, so we've got the Peacekeeper at close range. We do have our ultimate available. I would use my ultimate here. I'd absolutely throw the ultimate straight in front of me and just barrage the whole area. Because it's going to disorientate them, which is what it's used for. Alright. Sprint, smoke. Okay, no smoke this time. Now, alright, so we're going to heal up, which is okay, considering we are quite low. Our ally is still pushing. We can see they're engaged in a firefight because of the UI. Okay, we're still going healing, which this is fine. Actually, okay, so our teammates killed everyone. So popped off, played like a legend. So now we're back to looting again. So we need to get into the habit of dancing, get the body shield. Ah, no. All right, let's talk about looting in rando groups. So you've got to be quick, right? Let's just jump back. Watch this play out, right? So we're going to go forward. We're going to notice the yellow, like, hue on the box. Actually, it doesn't have a yellow hue. Okay, that's actually interesting. So it's got a purple color, but purple box is yellow box. If the box is yellow, there's a legendary item on it, and we should loot that as fast as possible. So in this example, we're scrolling through. Oh, actually, no. I think our ally put his. Yeah, okay, I see what's happened here. So it wasn't a bug. There was actually only a blue on there, but our ally, for some reason, had the legendary executioner chest and swapped it out for the blue, then quickly swaps it back. Yeah, so I'll let you off. But what I'm saying is, if you do see yellow, loot as fast as possible. Try not to hold on to ammo that you don't need as well. We're clearly running a shotgun heavy ammo loadout here, so we don't need all this light ammunition we've got. And we still haven't got our ally back, which again, and we're still not moving. Like, you will die. Okay, just think, let me just paint a scenario here. So team 1, okay, is here. Team 2 is here, and these guys are engaged in a firefight, right? What does this do? It creates a lot of noise. So team 3, team 4 over here are like, oh, what's this noise? We'll come this way. Now, if this happens, right, you're team 1, you've just taken out team 2, but then you're standing around, you're dilly-dallying, ladies and gentlemen, looting all of the stuff. These two teams that come in are just going to absolutely bum rush you, and you don't want that at all. So try not to spend ages looting. It will be the downfall of you. And also, you got to think, like, what do you need? Always check corpses. You're looking for grenades. You're looking for health supplies. You're looking for any kind of legendary or epic and above armor kit that they've got. Stuff like that. Okay, so again, we're still going through looting. Okay, we're finally starting to drop what we... Actually, we've swapped... What have we got now? Okay, so now we've gone for a devotion. Are we going to go get the turbocharger?
Half the squads are left.
Okay, good. So devotion with turbocharger is mega strong, and this actually shows good awareness of you to realize and remember that was there. Like, I don't mind the Spitfire. I think that's okay. When it's got a barrel stabilizer, it's really good because it has like minimal recoil. The devotion, it eats through ammo like crazy, and energy ammo is super rare, so you've got to be a bit careful using it. You should also ping the ammo in your inventory underneath the weapon, just so your team know that you're looking for energy ammo, and hopefully they'll give it to you. All right. So our guy's coming back. We're still... Like, actually, we've got really good positioning here. Now, the position... We dropped in, and luckily we ended, like, right on the circle. We can see it, which is good, which means we're going to be cool. We're going to be fine. We can just take our time now. We can just plan ahead. You kind of want to avoid running out in the open. You want to stay close to walls, stay around building complexes, just in case you do get attacked. In which case, you can't make that, unlucky. In which case, yeah, but you'll notice you can make this. This goes down to the map design, actually. It's really good in this game. There's a lot of things you can use to climb, and they've very intentionally been put there, like these crates. Good stuff. Yeah, so we're looking to just gear ourselves up. We've got legendary armor on the Wraith, and we've both got blue tier 2 armor. So we're not too bad at the moment. We're okay going into mid-game. But we're still trying to find that, well, you need ammo. Like, this is the... I would not have swapped your weapon out. I would not have swapped the devotion out because we just don't have ammo. We had a lot of heavy ammo. We could have carried on with the Spitfire. Devotion, if we're with a squad that's willing to feed us, is fine. This... I'm not a fan of this. I'm not going to lie. Like, you're just sort of scouting an area, staring at the area. We're not actually doing anything. Look how spread we are from our team as well. Our team are behind us. I get what you're trying to do. I get you're forward and you're looking around like, okay, if I spot any enemies, then I can alert my team. But generally, you just want to stay together. You want to ping the map a bit more. See, what are those guys doing? They're going to be in the zone.
Let's check out this area.
Okay. I don't know what those guys are doing. They should start. Yeah, they'll start. Okay. So you have spotted somebody. Ping him. We should ping. Always ping when you spot them. That would have been the best grenade in the history of grenades. Like, and it goes. Well, you know a whole squad's going there. So what can we read from this? There's loads of information in this game. And if you played Overwatch to a high level, you should know that you're looking for things. Well, like, what can I read into here? Well, we know that probably the buildings below have been looted because these guys are ballooning out. So they've clearly looted and they're moving to the next area, which is a worry, right? Because it means that they're a squad that knows how to move around the map quick, which means that they're looting stuff, which means that probably all these buildings in the low ground are looted. But you have kind of done the right thing here. You've had to wait for your squad. Going off on your own is bad. You will lose and you will die. So just do not do that. Okay. So our team are in the building below. I think we've seen a blue helmet. Oh no, blue scope. Okay, so sniper ops, you should like ping that all day, every day. We don't know what weapons our team have got. If they've got sniper rifles, they probably want ×6 scope. Okay. All right. So at least you've got movement down. At least we're dropping our weapon. Well, we're holstering our weapon so we can sprint. Just like the days of Counter-Strike and whipping out the knife. And then we're sliding, which is cool. And we're rushing towards the zone. Now, the information we've got here is we know that there is a squad over there. All right? Because we watched them jump out of the balloon. You could do with telling your teammates that you've seen somebody do this. But it's not really that do or die in Apex. Because you can just ping when you spot enemies. But you do know that there are enemies in this direction. Your team are following you, so we should be in an okay situation. Yeah, I think you've noticed some loot bins up there, so you're probably going to go grab them if they're unlooted, which it looks like they are, which is good. All right, always good. So Arcstar, as of right now, if we can even call it the meta, but I would prioritize arc stars over frag nades every day because the arc star will win you fights. Frag nades will obviously win you fights as well, but the arc star, when you hit somebody with them, it's a guaranteed kill, especially in close quarters because they're going to be disabled. I mean, they can still sort of do something, but they're heavily disabled and you should be able to get the kill. All right, so we're going to move forward here. It looks like we're sort of scouting out while our team loot, which again is fine. Like, there's no need to rush. Like, there's no need to be crazy and rush on your own and just go for the mad plays, or I need to push out. So you've already got that. You've got the, to stay with your squad, which is cool, which a lot of players, I think, get straight away anyway, just because of the nature of Apex. 3 people in a squad, stay together. All right, so we're going to push into the Hydro Dam now. Yeah. I thought he was going to deploy his ultimate. I was like, where's he going? You can't get in there. Nice try, though. Nice try. Okay, so one thing we're listening out for here is gunshots, even if they're distant. I mean, I can't quite hear this perfectly because it seems to be a little bit low, the audio volume. But if you hear gunshots, you want to generally head in the direction of any kind of gunshots. Because as I said at the top of the video, you want to join in fights when people are engaged in fights because then you will win more fights and get more kills, which is what ultimately you're trying to do. Because the more fights you take, the more experience you've got actually killing people, the better you'll be at the game. And this game promotes being aggressive because you can be respawned. Okay. So it looks like we're going to go take the high ground from the dam and then just keep pushing, which is fine. Dam's always an interesting area because there's a lot of open space in the middle of the Hydro Dam. Okay. Just trying to scope out. I mean, it's totally fine. Like, this is exactly what you should be doing. We're just moving in slow. So there's actually really, like, not that much in the way of problems. What I will say, though, is when you are not engaged in fights and you're moving from area to area, this is the time to prioritize the order you've got your items selected. So you've got shields at the moment, which I think is fine. You've got the mini shield battery. Looks like we've spotted enemies as well. But I'm terrible for this. Sometimes I'll forget to swap my stuff after I've had a fight. Okay. Let's think about, in fact, let's pause this. Let's just talk about engagement ranges. So we're spotting people in this area here. You do not have the weapons to engage anybody at this range. So what you'd be looking to do is push in. However, we need a full picture, as to what's going on. Is there enemy over there? Is there enemy here? Is there enemy here? Is there enemy here? Is there enemy here? Because we don't know, but we know that there's somebody around here because somebody was spotted. But all these other locations, we're not sure. So if we engage on this squad, somebody could join in on us. However, if you think you've got the advantage and you can hit them really fast, then you've just got to go. But it's generally a whole squad effort. But at the moment, you don't really have the position or the weapons to engage the enemy. Looks like you've gone for a little bit of rear cover, which is fine. Remember what I said, though, it always pays off to be more aggressive in this game than it does to be passive. Like, our team have gone in on the zip line, so we need to get the hell down there. We smoke our team, okay? One thing about Bangalore smoke, it can be really effective if you smoke the enemy. If the enemy are in a position firing at you and you fire it at them... Okay, we're going to go... Hang on, let's just talk about Bangalore smoke. So firing the smoke at the enemy will obscure their vision unless they've got a digital threat scope or they've got a bloodhound who can use the ultimate and see through the smoke. Okay, so what we're doing here is we can see a couple of people outside of the zone. We're throwing nades in. We're getting hit with a barrage. We still haven't used our own artillery barrage, which we could totally do. Remember, it's used for zone control. Like, look what it's made you do. It's made you run away. Okay, your guys have disengaged. But really, we should totally re-engage this because we've got the advantage here. We've got the high ground there and the low ground. We can push them. So hopefully our team come back. You are doing the right thing. I'm loving it. No! Now we're running away. And now they're going back. Okay. What you can do, right, if this happens, yeah? Your team are coming back down. Right, okay. It's dead simple, right? So here's a zip line. Let's draw a zip line. There's a zip line. And it's going down to here, right? So you're here. Your team are here. And your team are going this way. But you're going that way. What you've got to do is jump off, right? Flip your camera the other way and then jump back on and you will go this direction. The zip lines always go the way you're facing, right? Pro tip, okay. So we could have spun around there, but we should get back down with our team. Get with the team, get with the team, come on. Stick with the team, always stick with the team. Go. What's the hesitation? See, I'd love to get inside your head. What is the hesitation here? I think you're thinking I'm going to protect us from behind in case anyone comes up. Okay, this is fear of the zone as well. I mean, I get like we're in this gap here. That's cool. We can see the zone there, and this is where we want to be. Thing is, we've got 2 minutes and 10 seconds. That is a hell of a lot of time. Like we know there's a squad down there, so we should be waiting for that squad to make a move to get the hell out of there because we can absolutely kill them. Because look, they can't go anywhere. They literally have to come through this area where we are here, there. Or they have to run around this way, or they run like through the ring there. They're not going to do that. So they're going to come into this area. So we should have absolutely waited and killed them. Easy kills, easy farm. You get better at the game. Anyway, we're running away. So we're basically giving them the chance to just disengage. It's not clever. Okay, so we're going to push back into the hydro dam. We already know this is looted, so... Yeah, we're just running around. This is probably just down to like... Oh, yeah. Oh. Is that you? Oh, yeah? Love it. Don't admire the banners because you'll get killed. Take a screenshot and move on and put the screenshot on Twitter like, yeah, I was a kill leader. We know the enemy's going to be coming behind us. This could actually... They could come and bite us in the arse here. What are our team doing? We need to get back with our team as well. They're running around all over the shop. There's somebody there. Oh. Push. So, think. Hostile close. What should you have done? Arc stars out straight away. Push forward. Because your team are coming, right? Arc stars, go. Now they know you're in here. This is going to be very edgy. Very cagey. Okay, nice. Push. Not aggressive enough. There's two people here. The play is to nade them, isn't it? I mean, you swapped from your Peacekeeper to Devotion. You've laid fire in. That's totally fine. But that person's about to go out of range, it looks. Actually, you've took them out, which is cool. But an Arc Star in there. Oh, actually, your team are Arc Starring. Good stuff. Arc Star into them would have just disabled them and you would have took them out. But remember, being ultra aggressive is better than not being aggressive. And firing from the hip at point blank range is always the way. Nice. Unlucky. Nice. Yes, cool. We didn't use our smokes in that fight as well. I'm not saying we had to. You hear the sound effect? Dusted an entire unit, hell yeah. There's also a sound effect before that, which sort of indicates the squad is broken. You've smashed the squad. So we know it's sort of safe, although we are getting shot, which is why we should always dance. All right, so we've took a fight. Remember what I said earlier? We've took a fight. We've attracted a lot of attention because the fight was fairly long. A lot of grenades were thrown, a lot of explosions. Some other people are going to come in onto this fight. So this means when we're looting, right, we should smoke. We are in smoke already, but this isn't our own smoke. We should have fired our own smoke everywhere. But we should be dancing back and forward. If we don't dance, we're going to get shot very easily by snipers. And if they've got a longbow, which is what this weapon looked like, see, we're just standing out here in the open. I think that's a longbow which body shotted you. We're going to take damage. Okay. Nice slide and shoot. I mean, you do have good aim. Like I said, you should have good aim if you're a Grandmaster Overwatch player. Okay, nice. We don't need ADS. We really don't need ADS there. Okay, now we forget that guy. He's out of the fight. There's no way he can be brought back because he's on your team. We should be using our ultimate here. We've absolutely got to throw this out of the door.
Give my shields a recharge.
And we've like absolutely got to think about smoke application as well. Bangalore's smoke is one of the best active abilities because you could fire this out there and just completely smoke that area up. It's almost like closing the door because the enemy have got to come through, and it does a lot of different things as well. Like the enemy will throw grenades into smoke, so you could bait their grenades there. The enemy might even rush the smoke because they're feeling, I don't know, particularly jazzy. In which case, well, you've baited them in, and then you're outside of the smoke, and then you can push them back. So there's a lot of like mind games with the smoke. All right, but we're going for the heal up. That's fine. Actually, did you have Executioner chest? I don't think you did, right? One of your teammates, I think your Wraith had it. So if you ever if you have an Executioner chest, you should always do the finisher when it's safe to get your shields back because it regens your shield. All right, so we've got a legendary barrel stabilizer on this guy, which is going to be huge for our devotion. Knockdown shield, we need to loot. But remember, we've got to move. And also remember, we should have smoked the doors. And we should have just been smoking anyway because we're really open here. While we're standing here, there could be somebody behind this menu screen, walks around and just kills us. Like, we don't want that. If they arc star us and then kill us, we're dead, right? Okay, so we're just taking it slow. Precision choke, yeah, that's fine. Phoenix kit. Move. Move. Ah, no, what's that? Oh, okay, that's okay. That's our guy. Jesus God. See, even I couldn't tell.
I need energy ammo.
Yeah, I know. You've got 3 bullets. This is the time where we have to say, okay, I have a very good devotion, but I've got no ammo. Are we going to sort the devotion out? It looks like we are. Yep. That's the play. All right. I think actually was there a heavy weapon on that corpse? Maybe there was. Like, what we'd be looking for here is maybe a heavy weapon. Also, we left a lot of attachments on the floor from our a lot of like really good attachments on the floor, which we could have picked up, which is a bit of a huge shame. but we've got bullets, so it doesn't matter if you've got the greatest weapon in the world. If you've got no bullets in the thing, it's going to do nothing, right? Okay. Yeah, so we're really light on smoke usage, really. We should be using a ton of smoke, as much as possible, to smoke all areas up, especially when looting. Because it doesn't matter if they know that we're around there and we're getting shot at, which isn't a good sight. Or sign, even. Where's this coming from? Okay, one thing as well I'm going to say here is running around with your weapon holstered at the end of the game can be a recipe for disaster. What I'm starting to do, I mean, I used to do this all the time. Whenever there's no shooting going on, I can't see the enemy, I'm running around with my weapons holstered. But towards the end of the game, and we are literally getting towards the end, like the final circle, I am running around with my weapons like equipped and ready to go because that split second of being able to fire can actually make a huge difference. Like if someone comes around the corner and you've got your weapon out, you know, you're going to be way more effective. And the R301 is a really good weapon. Okay, I'm not a fan of doing this, though. Dropping down. Because there's a ton of high ground here. This just comes down to, like, map awareness. And this will come in time with experience. But there's a load of places here where we can just get smashed from below. And it's going to be really hard for us to get back up there as well. I mean, we don't need to get back up there because the circle is back with us. In which case here, positioning would have been take up a good position in a circle and wait, unless you hear a fight breaking out, in which case you push towards that fight. But just taking up a position inside the circle here would have been the play because we've just given up a good position to drop down, and I don't really know what we're trying to do. I mean, I think we're trying to go for like a hero flank as they push through. But this is... So I can hear gunshots coming from the east. So I think inadvertently we are actually pushing towards a fight here, which is fine. We know there's only 3 squads left as well, which means there's 2 squads left because we're one of those squads. Okay, right. We found the fight. So what you have done, right? I was saying stay in the circle. We had good positioning because pushing out of the circle is a little bit risky, right? But it does pay to be aggressive. Now, you've rushed forward into the dam. You found both the teams. So now you have a huge advantage. So effectively, you've rolled the dice and came up big, right? So now what we need to do is engage these guys. But how are we going to do it? Let's see how we're going to do it because we've got a ton of tools available here. Okay. And there's 2 squads left. So this is the last squad. We should have thrown in our ultimate, right? We have not used it at all in this game. It would be down here, but because we're on ADS, we don't got it. So we throw that bad boy in straight away. That's the engage. Then we start closing range on these guys. We pop smoke everywhere, right? And we rush in. Because what we're doing is we're creating confusion. We drop the R301 and we rip out the Peacekeeper and we're sliding, we're shooting, we're doing loads of stuff. Look, our team are really close to us here, so they're going to join in on the fight. That's the engage of Bangalore. It's decisive. That's what you have to be in this game. Because a lot of people, they come to a fight and they're like, well, I don't know what they blah, blah, and then they just die. It's because you're not decisive. Even if you're making like what could be considered not the best decision, if you're just making a decision and doing it, then you will win more often than not. All right, let's go. Okay, so we're going in for range. So we're playing a little bit passively here. See, they're out in the open. Going in with nades. We should really use our ult as well here. Okay, we're sliding in. We've dropped our weapons so we move quicker. See, I'm not a big fan of that because they could pop out and fire at us here. Okay, now we're going to use our ult. Okay, cool. We should get our weapon out. See, there's a slight delay. Oh, we need to smoke this up. No, we need to smoke. That's a huge unlucky. Let's just go back, right? So we're going to go in with this. Then we drop our weapons here. When I say drop our weapons, I don't mean throw them on the floor, guys. I mean holster. I'll say that a lot. I don't know why I do it, but you holster your weapons. Your weapons should be out now, right? You should be getting ready. This guy, we're firing at him already. We're shooting him already, but there's a bit of delay, whatever. We're getting shot from the side. Now we know we're getting shot from the side. Gunshots are coming in from this direction. We're shooting at this guy. The play is we smoke, we turn, we slide, right? Because they're pressuring us, we've got to disengage this. We know our teammates are behind us, so they're going to give us supportive fire, and then that gives us a chance to regen. Instead, we turn around, we slide. Now we smoke. We don't smoke. Then we try and run for different cover. And still, we're going down with 2 smoke. And then we're down. We can res ourselves with this knockdown shield, though. Which I think we're going to get away with. Okay, both our squad mates are taken out. Which is unlucky. But this is going to be actually quite interesting because the other team are going to be like, oh my god. I don't think we're going to be able to do that. Oh, that's unlucky. I don't think that's going to go off. Unlucky. So, it basically just came down to showing indecisiveness in the final fight, and that happens a lot, right? Just be decisive, right? So these guys are the Apex champs. Let's see what your stats are, then we'll go back and we'll watch that final fight again, because I think if you just did basically what I said, so stats wise, yeah, I mean, if you're approaching like 1,000 damage, you're doing really well in the game, right? I think that's sort of like the marker. If we were going to assign Overwatch ranks to this, I think that's like master. 1,000 damage is like a master rank player. Okay, let's jump back, right, and watch this whole thing like play out. So, this engagement here, we come around the corner, right? The first thing we want to do here, we're having a look, We see the enemy, we engage them. We should have threw our ultimate in, fired at them as we're running towards them. It's going to create confusion. Then we chuck the smoke down. So, I think the way I want this to be played is already you're sort of there by the lamppost, you know, so you're here. You're firing smoke here, there. You've already threw your ultimate in, so it's absolutely peppering the area here. And you're shooting them as you're running towards them, right? But instead, what you do is you take a few shots, go back to cover. They make you now. We throw a nade. That's not a bad idea. We're running forward again. We're going to go to the tank for cover. See, now, at this point, if this is the decision you're making, we smoke here, we smoke there. We're just smoking to give ourselves cover to get in close to kill him with the Peacekeeper, basically. That's the whole game plan here. But we're coming forward. Now we throw our ult, which is okay, because we know the ult forces them to run this way, yeah? So we should be thinking, okay, if we throw our ult over there, they're either going to come this way or they're going to back off even further, right? They come, well, we know which way they come. We don't have our weapon out, which is unlucky. We see a guy, we start shooting him. Okay, he had legendary armor, it looks like, and then we knocked his armor off him, so he'd taken a bit of damage. We take damage from the side, we slide to the back of the tank. Now, what do we do? We've got cover. We are taking damage, but we're not actually taking damage anymore, right? Then we take damage from the side. That's unfortunate. In fact, maybe we got shot under the tank there. I'm not sure. We start to shield cell, which we know we can't actually do because we're getting pushed. Then we slide into cover, and that's, well, a huge unlucky. We should have, now this is with the power of hindsight, just totally used the knockdown shield straight away as soon as we were in the corner. But we used it pretty quick. Then the only option we've got here is to sprint back to the zone. That's it. Well, sprint back to the ring. We can't, like, there's no way we can heal ourselves because we don't have enough health for that. So we just have to run to the zone. You just have to run straight forward. It's the only thing you could do is run this way. Hope that you get in there and maybe you get behind the enemy. You can get some cheeky shots. Like, healing now is completely out of the question. We just don't have the time for it. So it's a bit of a huge unlucky. And there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been the first episode of Apex Analyzed. If you guys enjoyed this show, then remember, you can send a video clip in for consideration to appear on the series if you follow the instructions that have been on the screen. And if you don't follow the instructions, guys, I can't do it, right? The Overwatch version of this gets thousands of emails a week, so this will get tons as well. So if you're not titling the videos correctly, then I just won't even look at them. I'll be like, whatever, I'm just going to go to the next one. All right, guys, I think this could be super cool, though, because, well, there's a lot of things that go on in Apex, and, yeah, I'm really pumped for this. All right, guys, I've been Stylosa. This is Unit Lost. If you enjoy the channel, then subscribe and click the bell. If you enjoy the video, well, then like the video. Comment below as well. And remember, you can follow me on Twitter, which is @Stylosa, and it's also @Stylosa on Instagram. And I'll catch you lovely lot on the next one. Toodaloo.